All right, welcome to section 3 where we're talking about Adobe Photoshop 2021 setup. So in this video, we're going to go over an overview of what we're going to be learning throughout this section. So the fundamentals of what we're going to learn is how to install Adobe Photoshop 2021 from the Creative Cloud desktop application. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to install the Adobe Photoshop 2021 application. So let's go ahead and click on install. Okay, and we're going to get kind of a pop-up here as we're installing the Adobe Photoshop 2021. So what I want you to do is go to Discover, and let's kind of take a look at some of the things that Adobe promotes as you're installing the application. So you'll see over here, we're at 6%. So we can kind of look at what's in Photoshop and get a feel for Photoshop. See what you can create with Photoshop in 2 minutes. You can watch a video. Get started with edit photos. Okay. Essentials for photo editing. What makes a good photo. Make an image brighter or darker. Top 4 reasons to crop your photo. Remove spots, objects, and people from your photos. Okay. Use color to change the look of a photo. Okay. And there's so much more on top of that, okay? They have, you can learn live alongside creative professionals, okay? Where they do streaming about Photoshop effects and other things like that. So the reason why I'm showing you this while it's installing is, one, we don't have to pause the video and then we can just jump to installing. And two, it gives it a little more feel for Photoshop. Basically what that means is, it shows you some of the things that you can do with Photoshop before you even install the program. Okay, now the other thing is this, and you're hearing this from someone with over 20 years of experience using Photoshop. I've used it on a variety of levels, professionally and personally, hobby and job-wise. And the one thing that I recognize, and Photoshop being the lead catalyst for this, is that you have to be willing to be teachable and learn different tools that come up every single year. So for the most part, Adobe adds a new tool or feature every year. Sometimes they just improve what they already have, and that's perfectly fine. But I'll give you an example. When I started on Photoshop, it was not even called CS Photoshop, which was Creative Suite, not Creative Cloud. It was just Photoshop, okay? And this was in 2001, so exactly 20 years ago, okay? 2001 is when I started on it. When I got to college in 2004 to 2006, we were on CS3, maybe CS2. I think it was CS2. CS2, and then in 2008, I ended up buying CS4. Master Collection, which is equivalent to Creative Cloud. Okay. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I've used this program for a long time. I love this program. You're going to love it too. And I'm going to make you love it because you're going to hear the just pure joy from me when I talk about Photoshop, because it's something that I've used for so long and just love using it. It's just so much fun to create stuff and edit stuff and do all these different things that you can do with it. It's so exciting and fun. And so I'm going to be a little more energetic than usual, and it's just because I love Photoshop, okay? So if you get one thing out of this course, you're going to realize that I love Photoshop, and this is a labor of love. This is not, I need to make, $10 million on a Photoshop course to be happy. If I made no money, I wouldn't care because I love Photoshop that much, okay? And I'm thinking about doing free courses down the road on Photoshop on certain things so people can learn for free without having to pay anything. I really believe in that. But I'm rambling now. So the point is when you're learning Photoshop, what's cool about understanding what it can do is there's so many things it can do. Okay? I think of it as a big oak tree, okay? So Creative Cloud is this big oak tree. And then on the branches, you have all these different applications that do different things, but they're all creative and they're all in the cloud and they work together, right? Well, with Photoshop is its separate tree, okay? And it works together with video. It works together with design and graphics. It works together with photos. Okay? So with that, I'm going to end my rant about my love for Photoshop. And now we're going to click on Open. Okay? So we can do that here, or we can go back to Apps and we can click on Open here. Okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to, when you see the app bouncing around here, if you're on Windows, it's going to be in your taskbar. I want you to right click on it and add it to your taskbar. If you're on Mac, right click on it, go to Options, and keep in the dock. Okay? And what that's going to do is it's going to make it easier to find the application and get to it quickly if you need to. Okay? So here you go. You have successfully installed Adobe Photoshop 2021. So congratulations on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, congratulations. So we're going to do a summary of what we learned in section 3. So basically, we did a couple things. We talked about how to install Adobe Photoshop 2021 from the Creative Cloud application on your desktop. And then also I went on a rant talking about my love and passion for Photoshop and how I've been using it for 20 years and why I think it's an invaluable tool in the Creative Cloud library is because it crosses over into so many different medias. You know, you can work with print, you can work with digital and print, you can work with video, you can work with 3D, you can work with web. It's all interchangeable, and Photoshop is really the total package. It does everything. That's why I love it so much, because it's really the introduction to all the other programs, okay? Because it works with everything. So Photoshop is a great program. So that's what we learned. We learned about my passion for Photoshop because I love it so much. And I want to teach you as much as I can about it so that you will have the same appreciation that I have for it, because I really do enjoy using it and teaching people how to use it. Okay, so that is the summary for Section 3, Adobe Photoshop 2021 Setup. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.